Members, we have a sexual abuse crisis in our public schools in Texas. It's indisputable and we can't look away. In the last 3 years, there were 6,888 reports of sexual and violent misconduct by public school employees against our students in the state of Texas. As of July 2024, 6,654 of these allegations were left unresolved. $44,349 educators have been flagged as do not hire in the state of Texas, yet enforcement actions remain either inconsistent or non-existent at all. House Bill 4623 purports to remove sovereign immunity from our school districts for certain acts and omissions by their employees that constitute crimes of sexual misconduct. $38,778 cases were reported but never even formally opened for investigation in the state of Texas. We must do better. We can do better. This bill will allow the courts some ability to at least balance these harms and address the harms that are occurring in our public school system. Now cannot go in Texas one single week without learning of a new act of sex abuse against a child in our public schools. These are euphemistically referred to as an improper relationship between a student and an educator. That is not what this is. What this bill does is it's going to create joint and several liability between the school employee and the school district itself, and it's going to provide for recovery of actual damages and attorney's fees.
I'm normally a less lawsuit guy, more tort reform, but I will tell you that when it comes to protecting our children and cracking down on child abuse and educator misconduct, if we need lawsuits to do that, then I say bring the lawsuits on. And so thank you for bringing this bill, Representative Little.
Thank you, Chairman. Almost all of our teachers and public school employees are wonderful people. The problem is we do not have the necessary tools to rein in this problem. The state of Texas has made it obvious that these problems are going to persist unless we do something about it.
And with your bill, you believe that this would hold these evil people and bad actors accountable, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. And we need a mechanism for accountability through the court system where victims and their families are denied access to the courts currently.
School districts can plan for this potential liability and prepare for it.
I think they will absolutely have to address this through an insurance policy and insure against the loss or potential risk through errors and omissions policy, likely, and just like private schools and other organizations do.
If you send your kid off to school, junior high, elementary school, high school, it should not be part of the social contract for you to say, well, I hope my son or daughter doesn't get sexually assaulted today because there's nothing I can do about it if they are. I don't think that's what we bargained for as a state.
I represent 9 school districts, and I've heard from 5 of the 9 going, if this passes, this would really be a potential disaster for the school districts to be liable for the intentional acts of their employees.
Sounds like they need to clean some things up.
Yeah. Thank you.
I briefly thank Texas Education 911 and Eileen Blakowski and Jocko Boyens Ministries and Tammy Brown Rodriguez, Citizens Defending Freedom, Texas Eagle Forum, and Amy Lynn. I move passage.